how do you think about the interests of sentient creatures in general and the way that we currently treat them? Do you think that there's an evolution, there's a sort of a vanguard of evolving thought on that?
Our morality is deeply speciesist. We erect a wall around Homo sapiens as though Homo sapiens is not just different from all other species, but simply on another plane. I mean, just simply a different, qualitatively different thing, which is, of course, a rather unevolutionary view. It is a matter of historical accident that the intermediates linking us to chimpanzees are extinct. They happen to be extinct. They might not be. It's possible at any time that we might discover a living population of intermediates. I'm not saying it's actually highly unlikely. But the fact that it's possible means that there's no deep fundamental principle that separates humans from chimpanzees. There existed a chain of intermediates such that we could mate with, in a fertile way, this intermediate, who could mate with that intermediate, who could mate with that intermediate, who might be the common ancestor with chimpanzees, who could mate with that intermediate, who could mate with that intermediate, who could mate with a modern chimpanzee, all producing fertile offspring, all technically members of the same species in that definition. It is the merest accident that the intermediates are dead, that the intermediates are extinct, as I said. But so if the intermediates were not extinct, then in order to maintain our present speciesist morality, we'd have to have courts of law like those in apartheid South Africa to see whether a particular individual passes for white. Does this individual pass for human? I don't think anybody wants that. Now, it's a convenience that the intermediates are extinct, and so we can actually work a speciesist morality. It does work. We can erect this barrier, but it should at least give us pause to reflect that it is a historical accident that the intermediates happen to be extinct. Now, evolutionary closeness to us is in any case not the only criterion you might wish to apply. You might wish to ask, are they capable of feeling pain in the same way as we are? Are they capable of feeling fear? Are they capable of feeling grief? And it's very hard to know the answer to that. Technically speaking, none of us knows that anybody else feels pain in the same way as we do, or fear in the same way as we do. We just guess that they probably are. I could be a solipsist. You know, a solipsist is somebody who believes that I'm the only conscious person around, and all of you are just figments of my dream or something of that sort. Bertrand Russell once received a letter from a lady, said, "Dear Lord Russell, I'm so pleased to hear that you're a solipsist. There are so few of us around these days." So it's difficult to know whether chimpanzees, or indeed dogs or cattle or pigs or whales, experience things in the same way as we do. Can they feel pain like we do? Well, what's pain for? Pain is presumably an evolutionary adaptation to warn you not to do that again. If you do something and experience pain as a result, you learn never to do that again. That's what it's for. That's what it's about. It remains a puzzle to me why it has to be so damn painful. Theoretically, you'd think it would work if a little red flag popped up in the brain, which says don't do that again. And it may be something like that would be too easy to rebel against, or something of that sort. But now let's carry the thought a little bit further and say, given that that's what pain is for, is there any reason to suppose that an intelligent species like us is any better, it feels pain any more strongly than an unintelligent species? If you think about it like that, you might think it's almost the reverse, that an intelligent species should need less pain in order to take the warning, don't do that again. An unintelligent species might actually need a greater amount of pain. So we could be completely wrong if we assume that the ability to feel pain goes with intelligence. probably got a better case to say that fear goes with intelligence. When a cow is about to be slaughtered, it may have a less ability than a human would to know what's happening to it. I wouldn't guarantee that. So, well, let me quote Jeremy Bentham, who said something like, the question is not, can they think, can they reason, but can they suffer? And as an evolutionist, I can see no reason to suppose that they can suffer any less than we can. It may be that that's the case, but I don't know.